Carlos Baleba to Manchester United. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano has dropped the news. Never have I been more excited or happy to jump out of a meal. And you all know how much I love my food. But this one is a big one for me. This one is a big one for Manchester United. There's been a couple of days of the uncertainty. What's going on? Why have we not confirmed this? Ornstein said it was close. Romano said it's a nearly here we go soon. And then bang, Friday evening, just to settle everybody into their weekend, Manchester United get the agreement in place. We had all the talks and everything that was going on around this deal. Obviously, Ben Jacobs saying at Manchester United, obviously with Brighton playing last night, biding their time, no stress, no drama, everything will be sorted soon. Both sides, as in Brighton and Manchester United, comfortable with negotiations, and everybody, when spoken to from each side of this deal, were very confident it would get done. And Friday evening, 2 days later, done. I'll take that. I'll take the time frame. There was no real pressure on this for Manchester United, like what was said before. It has been confirmed now. Manchester United agreed the deal. Now, Romano has not gone into detail on the fee. That is going to come out, and while we're recording this video and while you're listening to it, the fee's probably been revealed somewhere. But it wasn't the 65 million. The talk is it could potentially rise to 75, which was Brighton's asking price from the start by the sound of it. But Manchester United, most importantly, have got this deal done. Romano hinted at the structure of the actual deal and what Manchester United were going to be paying in instalments and whatnot with everything in that department. You know that United are very big on that, of course, in terms of what they'll be paying in add-ons, what they'll be paying up front, and then structure, 5-year installments, payments, amortization, everything like that. We knew that Carlos Baleba was going to agree the deal. I'm seeing, as we're recording this now, Plettenberg, Romano, everybody who's anybody is reporting on it. Just waiting for Ornstein at the moment. I've not seen his pop up yet, but it's done. It's pretty much finalised. We knew it was on Thursday, and it has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano with the best Friday night here we go we've had in a long time. I can't even remember when the other here we goes were. I'm not really bothered, but obviously a Friday night here we go going into the opening day of the weekend, it just gives you that little bit more to go into the weekend with, doesn't it? It gives you that little bit of confidence. It's like, boom, yes, midfield done, sorted. That's what's important for Manchester United. It's big because Manchester United have got the three midfielders. That's why they've got one of their long-term targets. One of their targets they've been after for over a year now. As reported, as we've spoken about, a year on from where we was last summer, just before the season opener, United get Baleba. It's been a long wait for this player to sign for Manchester United, but it is complete, it is done, and Manchester United have the agreement with Brighton finally. One of the toughest negotiators in town, apparently, Brighton, had to get the right deal from them. The price that was quoted to Manchester United last summer has come down some, 30 plus million, and United have got the player they want a lot cheaper. We've done this before, we've got form for this. Even in the dark old days of Murto and Woodward, United have done this, but this is a player that's been properly recruited. This is a player that fits the system for Manchester United. This is a player that Michael Carrick wanted in his midfield, and that sort of, let's just call it dynamism, option, differing qualities, talents and capabilities within this midfield now. The variety is probably the best way to sum it up. Within that midfield is there for everybody to see. People won't do the song and dance and sing and talk about this transfer as much as the other transfers that have gone through this summer. I really could not give a flying toss. I don't care. I'm happy United are buying players that fit what they want to do, fit the vision and fit the identity of what Manchester United are restructuring at this football club, because we've fallen off. This could be the biggest window in the club's history. I know it's corny, I know it's cheesy, I know we say it every single transfer window, but you know what I mean by that. You know what I mean when I say that Manchester United's transfer window this summer is the biggest that we have had in years, because there's an opportunity to make sure that United don't balls this up, an opportunity to make sure that United double down on the success that Michael Carrick brought in the the second half of last season, and this is important for us as fans on top of everything that I've just said there. The club have their vision. The club have their structure and their plan. The identity they want to build, where they see the club being. But the fans have their own vision, their own ambitions and their own levels and standards. And this is the type of transfer that, yeah, it may be discussed within the fan bases to buying an injured player. All of that conversation that we've gone into, all of that is there, and you can take that into consideration all you want. But I say a structure is a club trusting in its recruitment team, trusting to go back after a bad year from Carlos Baleba, but they're going with what they've seen before in the profile and the character of the player. They weren't deterred by the poor performances last season. They weren't deterred by the amount of time that he spent on the sideline. This, I feel now, is the biggest sign yet that things have changed at Manchester United, because there are several doubts around the Baleba deal, but they stuck to their guns and gone with the player that they have recruited and wanted. They've waited and they've got the deal done. Everybody can laugh at this all they want and what Manchester United are doing. We didn't spend 85 on Matheus Fernandes. We didn't go for Tonali or Elliot Anderson. Nobody was moaning about Liverpool signing Virgil van Dijk after they missed out on him on a window, or Fernando Torres when they missed out on him on a window. They then went back in the next one and got him. Clubs with structures, clubs with plans don't get deterred by losing out in a particular transfer window. This could be absolutely huge for Manchester United's future, not just for Michael Carrick and this season ahead, but the way that the club are operating and the way the club are conducting business is what's important in this transfer here as well. The fact that they haven't been pulled away by other players. Yes, they had other targets. Yes, they could have gone for other players. And that will be reported by several journalists, especially the ones that want to drive the negative down Manchester United fans' throats, because it gets the clicks and it gets the attention. The end of the day, a structure has a plan. A structure has several players within it, and a structure has a backup plan on a backup plan. And Manchester United have got players this summer, whether you thought they would have been the first targets, top targets, whatever you want to call them, they've got players that fit what Manchester United are trying to accomplish. They've got players that fit into the plan and the idea and the makeup of what Manchester United are right now. They won't say it, but rival fans will look at what United do and go, they're actually getting themselves sorted here. They're actually now operating the way that we are operating, the way that other big clubs are doing business. Yes, you can talk about the marquee signings, like I said, and everyone else spending absolute Brewsters, multi-millions. I would rather have our window than Spurs' window. Why? Because Manchester United haven't had to get rid of everybody. We finished third last season, and we didn't need to get rid of everyone this summer for the first time in God knows how long. So what have we done? We've brought players in on top of that success from the back end of last season. We brought players in on top of the players that did absolutely amazing for us last season. That's what United have done. This is where we're now at. And these players coming in on top of what we've got is the big thing here. It's time to double down on what we've improved on and improve even more. Move on to the left back next. Come on, United. Let's have it. Look, I may be back later. I'm going to finish my meal and then I might see you later on. We will see how the vibe is when all the extra information comes out. But here we go. Fabrizio Romano on a Friday evening before the season starts. Forget about Arsenal Coventry. United have made their third midfield signing of the summer. Like, share and subscribe here on Forever United TV, and I'll see you all in the next video. Come on, United. Are you a believer?